Hello everybody, Saigan Cat here with more of the live streamed Dream Daddy Let's Play. We got Matt. We're locked into Matt. Whew. I think I have everything set up here. Amanda should be here any minute now. Oh my gosh! Opening up with a Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you, Abyss. Do they call you Big Papa? Shit, I wish I knew all the words for that. No, they don't call me Big Papa. They call me Papa Saigan. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Saigan. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. What? No, you ask too many questions. Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I tried to send him in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power and funding of the U.S. government. Well, if they think they're going to take me alive, they got another thing coming. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies, covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... Aw, Dad, you... I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way! I figure you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of long-haul paranormal ice road ghost truckers. This is all 19 seasons. 19 seasons. And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. What? Oh my god, Dad's everywhere. You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable, down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake. The good kind, with the crunchies in the middle. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Saigan, my dude. Pablo, how's the shirt business going? My bud, I got men's shirts, I got women's shirts, I got tank tops in a variety of sizes, shapes, and colors. Each one of them, fine quality, screen printed with the logo and visage of world-renowned Witch House outfit, Vacant Veil. Oh, right. So yesterday, I was really curious. Is Witch House an actual kind of music? And I Googled it, and yes, it is. It is a subgenre of music, and then I went and listened to some of it when the stream ended, and I've totally heard a ton of Witch House before at goth nights at the local club that I used to go to. It brought back so many memories. But yeah, there's it's worth checking out. I don't know. The quality on it ranges greatly. And yeah, all of the Witch House bands are like, they're totally, their names are written out like that. Except for, there's one that's literally, ooh, just, ooh, of varying, caps sensitivity. Purchasable at most respectable retailers. Back to the game. I'll stop reminiscing about goth phase, but more specifically, out of the trunk of my car. I'm also selling my mom's world-famous homemade apple butter. Never stop hustling, Pablo. Baby, you got it. Saigan, Brian, you made it. Ha, I don't pass up on good mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad? Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Sure thing, pal. Say, let me know if you ever want to head out on the lake. I'd be happy to pull you out of the drink again. Deep breaths. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See? See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thank you so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro. 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 This is a real rager, taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild. Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Me too, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wants to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh, boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang soon, yeah? Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you've settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep. Couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully, we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year, and I'm sure the kids would love to see your dance moves again. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph. That'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese. The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Saigan. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends to not see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey! Congratulations on graduating. I know you're gonna do great things at art school. Ha! Yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah! I'm gonna break anything I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? No. And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so she'll fit into college just fine. Hey! Hey! Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. See you later. What a splendid garden. Man, that was awkward. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. I stare at Lucian. He knows. I know. But I am a man of my word. The story of his oregano betrayal will go unsung. What's up, Ray Ray? Crimson Knight, hello and welcome. Thanks for coming by. I spot Amanda and Carmencita in a corner of the party. I wonder what they're up to. As I walk up, I can tell that they're already deep in conversation. Listen, it's like prison rules. First day of high school, you gotta establish yourself at the top of the pecking order. Really? No, just find a group of people that you like and then hang out with them. Be yourself. Don't worry about being cool. You'll find friends. Crimson Knight, it's going well. Sadly, I'm afraid that this is marking the end of the game. I'm wondering if there's going to be more after Amanda goes off to college? What's that, Ray? What the hell? Are you confused by something, sir? And try to not kiss anyone who also has braces. You get stuck, kiddo. Hey, guys. Hey, Amanda's dad. Carmencita's here getting ready for high school. Got any advice? When you join band, pick the easiest instrument to carry. I'm still walking a little sideways from my sousaphone days. Flute it is. Flute's a good choice. Nice and light, can easily throw it in a backpack. Alright, I'll leave you guys to it. Carmencita, me and Amanda still on for dinner with you and your pops tomorrow? Yes, we're already planning a carrot cake for you guys. I better keep making rounds. I leave the two to keep conspiring. I confuse the hell out of you? There's nothing to be confused about. It's a good game. It was suggested to me by Gray Castagne. And I'm glad I'm playing it, because it's been very enjoyable. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry, don't cry. I swear to God, Saigan, if you cry again, you're the best dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time! Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kind of shocking all of our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right? I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay off most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda hops up. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard, where Matt is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Love you, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. Oh, you're playing Eve again? Maybe I'll do some Eve Valkyrie. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that this game is about to end. I take a seat next to Matt as the last guests make their way out of the party. Seems like Amanda really enjoyed this. Thanks for putting together such a nice surprise. Carmencita's middle school graduation is coming up in a year or two. I'm sure that for the right fee I could put something together. Only if I get to DJ. Matt looks down at his hands. It seems like he does that whenever he's trying to figure out the right words to say. Hey, I just wanted to say that... Gosh, this is going to come out dumb no matter how I say it, so here it goes. I haven't felt this happy in a long time. Whoa. You brought out the best in me. And it wasn't just because of the ska. It's always because of the ska. Matt, embrace the ska! Although that was really cute. Every moment that we've gotten to spend together since we've met has been an adventure, and I just hope we get to keep doing that. We make a pretty good team, you know? I mean, I'll let you handle the music playing, and the music singing, and actually pretty much everything related to music, but I can organize a party pretty well. I'm also good at kissing, so that's a big plus. That's true, you are very nice to kiss. I slide my arm around Matt and run my fingers through his hair, giving him a small kiss on the cheek. He giggles. See? That was a good one. And hey, I've actually been working on some new stuff. It feels really great to be writing again. Oh man, Matt, that's amazing. I'd love to listen to it sometime. If you were comfortable sharing it with me. Maybe I could show you some tunes I'm working on in the studio later. You know, I'm gonna insist that we add a horn section. Because ska always needs a horn section. Matt rests his head on my shoulder and sighs happily. You know what? I'd actually like that. Ah, crap! It ended so quickly. I thought that... God, that's disappointing. So... I was expecting there to be a lot more to this story once you were locked into a relationship. I wasn't expecting it to just, like, end right after date 3. That's annoying. That's annoying. That's my first real complaint about this game, is how it just abruptly ends. It doesn't actually go into having the relationship. Annoyed! Faster. Faster. Alright, well, I've only been streaming for like 18 minutes. We win a picture of Matt playing the guitar. And yeah, we're not going to have an 18-minute stream. So let's jump back to right before Matt date 3. Boom, dad book.
Welcome. You've got dads.
All right. We gotta see how things go with Robert and Joseph. I'm less interested in the final date stuff with Brian, but I do definitely want to find out more about Mary and Joseph and Robert. So let's jump into it. I can't commit. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then, like, more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Kiba! Thank you for the cheer, my friend! Saigan. Hey, Saigan. Guess who's getting their drink on tonight? Oh my god. Robert's messaging me for once. Guess. It's you. Also me, but mostly you. Why? 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 I've never touched this stuff in my life. Lips that touch liquor shall not touch mine. You don't need to worry about that. We're going there to pray. Alright, I'm in. See you there. Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Amanda! Amanda pops her head into the hallway. Music I don't recognize blaring from her room. It's probably Witch House. Ray, check out Witch House music. What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy for your continued development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. What would Grandma think? I don't think she cares for the Smiths that much, but I figure if we started her off on Meat is Murder, she'd ease her way into it. No, honey, the language. Oh, she'd hate that. Just promise me you'll lighten up a bit. For Grandma. Amanda goes back to her room and turns up the volume to her sad shit. I put on my going out coat and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. It actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. Hey. Hey. I just got like a piece of dust or something in my throat. And the cough just startled the crap out of the dog 2 floors up. I hear you barking, Kona. I'm down here. You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. To you, to us, to toast. No! God damn it! Robert, don't hate me! To us. Ah, there we go. All right, we clink whiskeys and watch it, and I watch him sip his, rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun if it's abandoned.
Hey.
Hi, Mary. Mary pops over the back of the booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where was my phone call? Sorry, figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. I am. He's right here. I look around the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You replacing me with the new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean-pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What, you got a court date coming up? He'd never convince the jury. Nah, he looks handsome. I think he cleans up nicely.
Oh my God.
Pump the brakes, kid. God damn it! I should just keep joking with him. I'm so bad at this. To you? Here's to your continued existence. There we go. Where's my speeding up button? Where's my speed up button? He'd never convinced the jury. He would have had to shave first. Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's Pappy. Doctors say it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce, but it's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Saigan, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke about is his poppy. Whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life, and then I look at mine. I know history is just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night. Probably screw like donkeys. Wait, aren't rabbits the ones who screw a lot? Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot. Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up out of the booth. Me and Saigan are gonna hit the bricks. You coming with? Mary casts one last glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways. We've just rescued that young man from Mary. We exit the bar and find the typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up at his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time. I've always wanted to do one of those. You know all the stories are fake, right? Pretty much all of my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices I'm not following him. Come on. Wow, Robert's excited about something. We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square, Saigan. Just act like you belong. Don't be such a square, man. You guys can't see it because I don't have the camera on, but I did the Uma Thurman square from Pulp Fiction. Because it's cool. Robert sidles up to the tour group. I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Here goes nothing. Oh, it's Quinn. Great. Hey, it was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we do not know if the people were burned at the stake were actually witches, but it's widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. It was actually 1692. What? And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road. I am sorry. Who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Dr. 80s reference. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. You may have seen our guest cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple of people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert is good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We like to keep a low profile. Easier to catch ghosts that way. They've definitely been here. Been standing next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady, who I do not know. So bad at lying. As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon, over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by hauntings since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad. But whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your tour. Man, didn't know that about Matt. Wait, Robert is making this up. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. That tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt. Well, I guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Don't arouse too much suspicion, and we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time. Our group arrives at an old, decrepit, colonial-style house. A quick pause in the tour. My name is Quinn, but most people on the ghost tour circuit call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. I do private ghost hunting events. The dog is barking because we got mail. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. Oh my gosh, Kona. Tourmaster Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume is on the back. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here, yes, you've protected the house extremely well. You scared away the mean little male lady who's here 6 days a week to listen to you bark at her. Rude. Your face is adorable, though. Anyway, here's a bit of history for you all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. Paradad activity. Keep on. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Ms. Pembridge continues her work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say she was consumed by her work.
My feelings hurt. I'm so sad.
No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. He's not a dad. Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was murder-suicide. I'm pretty sure she died of consumption? Sure, and we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. Can we... I think everyone would much rather hear what this world-renowned ghost historian has to say, right, everybody? The group murmurs in agreement. Poor Quinn. This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell this story? Go with something I know. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters were disbanded by government officials. However, after learning that the ghost of Vigo the Carpathian has taken an interest in her son, her and her ghost-busting friends launched a mission to defeat the ghost and once again save New York City. Was that the plot to Ghostbusters 2? Hey, isn't that the plot to... Nope, it's not. The tour guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group and addresses us with some razzle-dazzle. What an interesting story. Now, I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. It's probably Damien's house. All right, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey, kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I think I could exorcise your demons, if that's what you're looking for. Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. Yeah, Mary? His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street.
Hey.
Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both. Our last stop. This burial ground is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity that I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of the Wharfman, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover ghost? By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all the way out to this cemetery, the actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even mention the infamous Dover ghost. That's not a real thing. That is absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area. I can guarantee there's one you don't know. Robert looks over at me and smiles. Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met? No. The entire group shushes the tour guide. Okay, fine. Tell the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just traveling grifter, Bible salesman, carnival barker. I want to say carnival barker or Bible salesman. Bible salesman. Traveling around the state, not only spreading the good word, but becoming closer to the man upstairs myself. I happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay quite by accident, but little did I know that this city has a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all that. Wait. Yes. Who? Who was the famous ghost hunter? Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers. The tour group gasps. Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her? Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman, wailing ghost of the wharfman. Whatever, your stupid vampire was just a teenager in the mask, but the Dover ghost? Man, tell him, Loomis. So there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of selling Bibles, saving souls and selling Bibles, and also saving a couple Bibles, but never selling any souls, except my own. But that's another story. I lean over to Tourmaster Quinn, won it back in a fiddle competition. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard and felt compelled to investigate. And thank God you did. Georgia and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run! The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening, some kind of demented howl. And then I felt it. Someone, something, grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd, hook, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I've only cried twice in my life. Once was at the birth of my daughter. The other was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by... God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomachs into knots. It looked like a man, but like I glance at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like tried to put one together. The arms were too long. Its eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What did I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what was his fake name again? Oh, fuck. Was it Daniel McSturgis? Shit. Shit. I was going to say it's McSturgis. I can't remember the first name. Daniel McSturgis? Daniel. Yes! I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug of war with the unholiest of forces. I thought I was going to be torn in half, but I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket. To this day, I can remember what passage it opened up to. Austin 3:16. Revelations 1:3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they hear the words of his prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed onto the ground, exhausted. We were both covered in blood. The damn creature clawed into my chest. Got me real good. Had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. That's how I got this scar. I followed Georgia Mathers to the ends of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists, and threw our equipment across the room, but I had never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, and neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend. And we've been brothers ever since. The tour group gives us a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on the hug. The tour guide seems to have bought it. Even he's wiping a tear from his eyes. Thank you, thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. I saw a demon, the shocking true story of seeing a demon. Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one. Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. The tour guide hands us the coveted t-shirts. He then slips us both his business card and leans in close. If you guys are ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me. You got it, buddy. After a couple of tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all that. I didn't know you had it in you, Saigan. Excuse me, Dr. Loomis. That bit about the pocket Bible was aces, although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the Kubrick conspiracy theory bit wasn't. All a part of the character. Well, we got the shirts out of it. We arrive in front of Robert's house. Want to have a drink? Mel! You walked into the final date with Robert. I finished out Matt's storyline, which was only like 15 minutes left from where we stopped yesterday. It seems that like as soon as you finish date number 3 with anyone, it just goes straight into the epilogue for the game. Want to have a drink? Is that even a question? Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I would turn down the opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend and accomplice, Mr. Robert Bobbert Small? If you ever call me Bobbert again, I will kick you right in the shins. Both of them. Then you can expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and starts unlocking his door. My shins live to die another day. Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think about what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking around with the ghost tour. I don't know. He's hard to read. While I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh God, it's his pit bull. I'm about to be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes tight and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my shoes. I open my eyes. Betsy? Robert's dog jumps away from me, running around in circles and sniffing Robert's legs. He pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. This is the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I have ever seen. Betsy, you're not a pit bull. And you weren't taken by the Dover ghost? Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that, ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly rubs. I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies. Comedic emergencies. We make our way to Robert's living room. For a quiet man with arguably the oldest pickup truck that can be legally driven, his place is amazing. There's sleek, modern appliances throughout the room with a big flat-screen TV mounted on the wall. He has shelves upon shelves of DVDs. I guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He pours us both glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, how did you really get that scar? Don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You've trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink. My daughter and I were riding our bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital. That's it. Not a very interesting story. I've never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He points at a picture on the wall of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. That is definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25? 26? Not too sure. Does she live around here? No, Val lives back home in Brooklyn. Works at some new media online magazine thing. Makes buckets, though. He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it. You like Santana? Yeah. Great. Robert puts on Santana, then takes a seat on the couch next to me. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, are you all right? Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against my mouth. I am now. I can't say anything, at best managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites lightly, sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in my chest as he lies us both down on the couch. He kisses a small trail down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. I just... Wait. It's not that. Robert bites down and I have to stifle a moan. Stop. Robert stiffens up and pulls away. No biting? No, I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. Robert runs a hand through his hair and looks away. I'm fine. I've just been kind of stressed out. Tired. Not a big deal. This seems like the time. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something is wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Saigan. I'm not a good person. He takes a deep breath. I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking, and now here I am, an old broken man sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken, alone. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. He sighs heavily. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you... I'm sorry, but... Is this a bit? No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think. Months? Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Robert and I sit in silence, neither of us wanting to look at each other, both of us unsure of what to do next. Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. Things just got in the way. Before I knew it, she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help to get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking. But temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. Mary? No! No way! And then, the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. Oh, okay. I never became the better man she wanted me to be. The one she always saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that when I lost my wife, I was going to lose my daughter too. Robert, I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were going to make me happy that I ruined my only real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead and my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this, he gestures vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to... No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband, and I'm an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just gonna fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Robert puts his head in his hands. Nothing is going to change until you do. Robert pauses. He looks at me. There are a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over, and it hurts so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try and be a better person than you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow, or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all your problems either. But nothing is going to change if you don't. You can't love anyone else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right, I don't know you that well. But you have the same capacity for good that we all have, and I know that you can find it. Val is giving you a chance. Don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me. It's going to be okay. But I lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him in as tightly as I can. He buries his head into my shoulder, hugging me back. It's going to be okay. I place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders, then sobs, and I realize he's crying. Thank you. We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. Date complete. I knew there was more to Robert's character than being a drunk asshole. I mean, he's a drunk asshole, but I'm glad there was more to it than that. No, we don't need to see the end again. Zoom! Zoom! Oh shit, no, go back. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Is that Robert's daughter? Okay, so there's Pablo again. This other part was new. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. Listen, kid, you're going to need some real-life skills out there if you're going to make it on the streets. I'm going to college. Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink. Right. And I know you're smart enough not to drink until you're of legal age. Uh-huh. But hypothetically, if you were to drink, it would behoove you to drink a glass of water between rounds. Got it. Hypothetically. And if you wake up with a headache, all you got to do is take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice. You're going to be fine. What's going on here? Girl talk. Mary turns back to Amanda. Now, let me tell you about how to deal with a bad roommate. First thing to know, you get straight A's if they die during the semester. Mary! That's from a movie. I don't know if it's actually true. Relax, it's a myth. Supposedly. Against my better judgment, I leave them be. I don't think I recognize that girl by the snack table. I should go say hello. Hi, I don't think we've met. Oh, we've met years ago. And I'm here for my revenge. You are definitely Robert's daughter. You're Robert's kid, aren't you? Spot on. I guess that makes you Saigan, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad Robert brought you along. He promised there would be free food, so that's kind of hard to pass up. And, look, I don't know you, but can I get real with you for a sec? My old man's a real closed book, you know? Me and him, we got a long way to go. You don't erase decades of neglect in a week, but you sure can get tired of staying angry about it. That kind of bitterness, it poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better. A lot better. And between him shaving for once and how much he talks about you, I get the feeling you have something to do with it. So, thanks. Robert means a lot to me. I'm glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye on him while I'm not around, okay? Or else. What? I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know why I am like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trots up to the conversation. Hey, I love your necklace. And your hair. And just, geez, your whole vibe is cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pins, too. Oh, this is my daughter, Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter, Val. Nice meeting you. I heard you're a photographer? Aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. You take pictures? Yes. Then you're a photographer. Welcome to the business. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email. Anyway, I need to go make friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Catch you later. Val walks away. She is so cool. She gave me her business card. She touched my hand. Congrats, you just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projections, stock market, synergy. While you're making a fortune as a businesswoman, I gotta keep this party going. Catch you around, Pops. And there's Brian. Oh, there's Craig again. Oh, there's Joseph, Hugo, yeah. Okay, all right, yep. Hey, Matt, bye, Matt. Lucian, okay. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat next to Robert. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Hey. Hey, yourself. I haven't heard from you in a bit. How have you been? Oh, I'm great, never better. We gotta get together again sometime. Maybe watch The Game or something. Yeah, that sounds cool. Come on, Robert. Give me something more than that. Let's have fun like we used to. Robert places a hand on my thigh. I mean, we could have fun. Not like that. I pull away from Robert and look him in the eyes. Robert, I miss you. Okay. Robert gets up. I'll see you around. He walks away, leaving me alone on the bench, alone with my thoughts. The last guests begin to make their way out of the party. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feeling. Oh, we've had this conversation with her. She's making me cry. Zoop, zoop, zoop. And that's it. Robert's not ready for a relationship and needs to work on himself, which, I mean, makes sense. Mary's not a total bitch, which I totally figured. We have to do Joseph's ending. We have to do Joseph's ending to get the full story about Mary, because I am still really interested about that. But first, a short break. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will be back momentarily. Take care.